Balake. Where is Balake at?
My name's Blake.
Do you want to go to war, Balake? I'm for real. Ron.
Ron is here, everyone. Welcome back for just a little bit more SPTV on this fine Monday evening. This is going to be a short one to wrap up the day. And guys, you may already know it is wartime in Clearwater, Florida. Scientology's declared war on the city of Clearwater, waging an economic war, sabotaging the city's economic activity in its downtown core. Basically trying to scare off as many people, as many non-Scientologists from Clearwater as possible, and trying to create the impression that Scientology runs Clearwater, even though a Scientologist not only has never been elected to the city council, but has never even attempted to run for city council, because David Miscavige knows how few Scientologists there really are. And he knows how horrible Scientology's reputation really is. In fact, Scientologists are told, believe it or not, they're not allowed to run for elected office because it would bring unwanted attention to Scientology. However, it's not necessary for a Scientologist to hold office because Scientology has paralyzed Clearwater's elected political establishment on a council of elected officials horrified of offending Scientology, terrified of losing a single Scientology dollar, terrified of losing a single Scientology vote. What you have, in spite of all of that, you have one council member willing to do anything and say anything on the subject of Scientology. I present to you Mr. Mark Bunker's closing statements from this week's city council session.
But I wanted to mention that I was watching a YouTube video last night on the Growing Up in Scientology channel, and there was an interview with a woman who, as a young Sea Org member, had been assigned to audit a man who did a lot of IT work around the world for Scientology. And an auditor is like a therapist, an unlicensed therapist, and they do talk therapy while the Scientologist is holding on to an e-meter, and they try to find things that are troubling. And boy, did she ever. This man admitted to her that when Scientology would send him to orgs around Europe to work on IT issues, instead of checking into a hotel, he would stay with local families in their homes. And this man is talking in the therapy session about how he would molest the young children in these homes, as young, one of them at least, supposedly the age of 6, and he would videotape some of these allegedly. And this shook this Scientology auditor to the core, and to her credit, she went to management to report him. And management didn't seem to care. They wouldn't report him to the police because that would cause bad PR for Scientology. And if this man was locked up, they wouldn't be helping him at all, but she could help him get better through auditing. Now, she didn't even want to be in the room with this guy, but Scientology insisted, and they wanted to make sure that she made him comfortable because he was an important person to them. There's written policy in Scientology about not reporting crimes to the police. Now, is this the only religion that has not reported molesters? No. But it is the only one within a stone's throw from this building. And I just want to say, if you're watching at home, please do not go to the Scientology building and throw stones, because they won't report a molester, but they will definitely call the police to say that Mark Bunker is inciting a riot and putting all of us into terror, and they're all worried about the damage that's going to come to them. That is the way Scientology works. It's what they do to people like Leah Remini, who speak up to tell the truth about the Scientology organization. Protect the church, destroy the suppressive persons, the SPs. And this should not be ignored. And I try to make sure it isn't. Thanks.
Thank you.
There we go. Guys, I've been watching every Clearwater City Council meeting for about the last 3 or 4 years. I can probably count on one hand how many times any of the 4 council members plus the mayor, other than Mark Bunker. So the other 3 council members and the mayor have mentioned the word Scientology. And guys, they're usually mentioning it in a positive way. Like council member and candidate for mayor Kathleen Beckman thanking the Church of Scientology for letting people use their parking lot if the library parking lot is too full. I liken it to Tina Turner thanking Ike for taking off his rings before hitting her. Really, it'd be one thing if we said these the elected officials in Clearwater are just ignorant. They're not ignorant. They're terrified. And that's why it is so important that we help Mark Bunker win his reelection. His campaign started on September 21st. The elections are on March 19th. In the first campaign finance report was just filed today, covering the period between September 21st and September 30th. And in those first 10 days, we were able to raise, with the help of all of you out there in the SP Nation, $19,500 in the first 10 days. Now, I think I said in the beginning that my goal for the 6-month campaign period from September 21st to March 19th was to raise $100,000. That would be the most money ever raised for a non-mayoral Clearwater City Council election. And if we're able to raise that much money, we are going to be able to blanket Clearwater with so many postcards with Mark Bunker's pretty face on it that even the Scientologists are going to be voting for Mark Bunker, whether they like it or not. Okay, so let me see. I want to bring up Mark's campaign website real quick. Here it is. The website is linked in the description down below. It is, markbunker2024.com. If you're watching this video now, if you live in the United States, if you are a United States citizen, please consider donating to Mark Bunker's reelection campaign. Campaign donation limits are $1,000 per individual. So like if you got a family, I know it's a lot of money. I'm just telling you what the limits are. Like a husband can donate $1,000. The wife can donate $1,000. If they've got an 18-year-old child, you can donate $1,000. If you've got an LLC or a company can donate $1,000. Believe it or not. So yes, we are going to humiliate David Miscavige once again. Mark Bunker showed the world that not only has a Scientologist never been elected to the Clearwater City Council, so not only has Scientology never been able to get one of its own members elected to the city council, Scientology couldn't even keep a big, bad, suppressive person like Mark Bunker from getting elected. That was the ultimate humiliation that David Miscavige and Scientology have experienced in Clearwater. That is, they underestimated him the first time, guys. They did not think Mark had a chance in hell of winning the first time. Now they know he's got a chance. And with all of your help, he has an excellent chance. Scientology will still be throwing all of its money behind two candidates that are running against Mark Bunker. So anyway, that's why we're going to do everything we can in our power to counteract everything that Scientology is going to try to do. So markbunker2024.com, link in the description down below. Thank you guys for all your support so far towards the campaign. And here's to another 5.5 months of similar support. Thank you guys so much. That is it for me this evening. I know Mark Bunker is in the live chat, so you guys can say hi to him there. Thank you all for joining me this evening. Thank you, as always, to everybody who watches until the very end, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe